Get ready to dig into one of the most explosive stories in mining history. In Nevada's rugged landscape, a hidden gem is hiding trillions of dollars worth of value. Lithium ore, the key to transforming our world as we know it. This powerful material has the potential to shake up the global economy, and it's sparking an enormous debate. But where did this lithium hotspot come from? Well, buckle up, because 16 million years ago, Thacker Pass experienced a massive eruption that created a unique geological foundation. A rich bed of clay packed with the highest concentration of lithium deposits in all of America. Get ready to geek out with me. We're talking about Humboldt County, population just 17,000 folks, but they might be sitting on the next big thing, a massive lithium mine. This could be a game changer for their local economy, bringing in thousands of jobs and loads of cash. But why is lithium such a big deal? The answer is our world relies on it way more than you'd think. Buckle up, because lithium-ion batteries are about to revolutionize the world around us. From powering your phone to your vape, these efficient powerhouses are already everywhere. And they're just getting started. The reason? Our planet is facing an urgent crisis. Fossil fuels are wreaking havoc on our environment, and it's time to switch to renewable energy sources before it's too late. Get ready to meet the hero of our clean energy story, lithium. This superstar element isn't just limited to your phone's battery. It plays a massive role in storing power from solar, wind, and geothermal sources. The demand for lithium is about to skyrocket. Experts predict it'll triple within just 5 years. And if that wasn't enough, the International Energy Agency tells us that by 2040, we'll need an astonishing 40 times more of this energy-storing wonder. So, what's driving this explosive growth in lithium demand? Let's dive into how renewable energy storage is fueling its rise to fame. Get ready for some electrifying news. The EV revolution is revving up, and we've got a game-changing lithium mine on the horizon. Thacker Pass is set to kickstart operations by 2026, pumping out an estimated 66,000 tons of this precious metal every year. That's huge, folks, enough to meet a quarter of our planet's current lithium demands. This could be just what we need to avoid a looming shortage and keep the electric dream alive. But there's more. Achieving energy independence is crucial for America to stay on top, and Thacker Pass could play a significant role in making that happen. The world's lithium supply is currently dominated by a few key players: Bolivia, Chile, Australia, and China. This heavy reliance on our biggest economic competitor isn't ideal for the US. It's like having all your eggs in one basket. But with this new mine coming online, America could finally make its move as a top lithium exporter. We're talking about becoming a global leader in the space. No wonder the Thacker Pass project got the green light so fast. However, this growth comes at a cost, and local communities are already feeling the impact of this massive mining operation. Let's dive into why Thacker Pass is more than just a mining site. It's a sensitive location with a painful past. This land belongs to the Shoshone Paiute tribes, who still call the Duck Valley Reservation home today. Unfortunately, many of their ancestors faced a brutal encounter with US cavalry here, leaving a dark mark in history. As you can imagine, building a mine on this sacred ground was a major controversy, and the tribes weren't alone in their opposition. Environmental groups also raised concerns about the devastating impact it would have on their ancestral homeland. Imagine an area roughly the size of Manhattan. That's how big this mine will expand to, covering a massive 18,000 acres once it's up and running. But here's the catch: this mining project is about to severely impact several species' natural habitats. We're talking about iconic animals like the Lahontan cutthroat trout and the greater sage grouse that call these lands home. It doesn't stop there. The golden eagle, a bird deeply respected by the Shoshone Paiute tribes, will also see its habitat compromised. Now, let's think about it. We're transitioning to renewable energy sources because we want to protect our environment. But ironically, the journey seems to be causing exactly what we're trying to prevent. Get ready to dive into one of the wildest lithium mining battles on our planet. This Nevada drama is just a taste of what's going down globally. Think Africa as a giant playground for Chinese extraction, leaving a trail of lithium behind. In Namibia, Sinfeng Investments is at the center of an explosive mine, constantly butting heads with their national government. Workers aren't holding back about the shocking treatment they're receiving, from hazardous work environments to subpar living conditions that would make anyone cringe. A group who visited these camps recently was horrified by what they saw: corrugated zinc shacks packed tightly together, a far cry from the comfort and safety we all deserve. Imagine being in a giant oven all day with no escape. This was reality for these workers under the scorching sun. With zero ventilation, it felt like they were literally being cooked alive. But that wasn't even the worst part. Their showers and toilets were right next door. Can you imagine? On the other hand, Chinese workers got VIP treatment, enjoying air-conditioned comfort and clean facilities that local laborers could only dream of. Even basic safety measures were nowhere to be seen in this nightmare work environment. Let's dive into a harsh reality of mining history. Miners were essentially sent into battle without shields or armor. Their jobs were ticking time bombs, but some might argue it was a necessary evil to fuel the economy's growth engine. However, Chinese mining ventures in Africa have turned out to be more smoke and mirrors than economic powerhouses. Behind closed doors, these firms have been greasing palms with bribery and corruption to secure their projects. In many instances, they snagged licenses for small-scale mining operations, but ended up building massive industrial mines that completely flipped the script on local regulations. The environmental price of our white gold obsession is being paid in full by African regions. When it comes to smaller licenses, mines are allowed to operate only if they promise not to mess with the local ecosystem or water supply. But that's exactly what China's mining companies are doing, and the consequences could be catastrophic. This isn't a new story in the lithium world. Wherever there's a gold rush, red flags start waving. And we're seeing it unfold right before our eyes. Get ready for a twist. Despite Africa holding only 5% of global lithium reserves, it's become a wild west of sorts where major players like China can swoop in and take control. The US, however, has a shot to flip the script thanks to the Thacker Pass lithium mine. But there's a crucial piece of info that shifts everything. The mine is actually owned by Lithium Nevada, which just so happens to be a subsidiary of Lithium Americas. And guess what? Ganfeng Lithium, the second biggest lithium processor worldwide, holds the largest stake in Lithium Americas. Get ready for a wake-up call. America needs more than just lithium mining. We must create an energy loop that's self-sustaining, where every step is made in the USA. That means from processing the raw material to selling it within our borders, and finally using it to power our own homes and industries. But here's the twist: this crucial project might be controlled by China behind the scenes. Let's take a closer look at Zimbabwe, a country where the Chinese have shown how tough they can be when it comes to lithium mining. And that's a warning sign for America. Get ready for a fascinating story about Africa's lithium hotspot. This region is sitting on a treasure trove of the stuff, and one country in particular is cashing in. Zimbabwe raked in a whopping $9 million from lithium exports alone in 2023, making it the world's sixth biggest exporter. But here's the thing: they want to keep more of that wealth at home by processing it locally and adding way more value. It sounds like a smart move, but guess who's still scooping up Zimbabwe's lithium? That's right, China. And get this, they're teaming up with Zimbabwe's defense industries, which are already on some pretty major sanction lists. What's behind this strategic partnership? But here's the twist: an American company has found a way around the export ban thanks to a unique exemption that lets them fly under the radar. This is no coincidence. It shows how China's got its fingers on every lever of power, using the system to keep their lithium supply in check. And by the way, this isn't some far-off mine in Zimbabwe. It's right here at home, in the Thacker Pass mine, nestled in the heart of America, a country known for being a global leader. Get ready for a shocking twist. The rules China uses to play in Africa just won't fly here in the US. But we're already seeing major disregard for civil rights as this mine takes shape. Just weeks after discovering these deposits, tensions have escalated, with the Shoshone Paiute tribes fighting hard to put on the brakes. They filed a lawsuit to stop construction, but a federal judge threw out their case, leaving many questioning how development can happen on tribal land rich in history and cultural significance, when laws are clearly in place to protect it. Get ready for a game changer. The lithium mine is officially underway and set to kickstart production within just a few years. General Motors has already sunk $50 million into this project, securing their spot as the first to get their hands on this highly sought-after resource. Buckle up, because the ripple effects are going to be mind-blowing. An American mine now partly owned by a Chinese firm will send shockwaves across the globe. China's African mining operations might take a hit as the US becomes the new lithium powerhouse, forcing them to reassess their strategy. This is not just a win for GM, but a major shift in the global energy landscape. The demand for lithium is skyrocketing, but at what cost? As we crank up production, have we lost sight of the environmental impact? What do you think? Will this new mine change the game, or is it just a drop in the lithium bucket? Share your thoughts with us. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and join our community for more mind-blowing content. Don't go yet, folks. Stay tuned for more fun facts and mind-blowing discoveries. We can't wait to share them with you in our next video, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to never miss out on the excitement. See you soon.